She's Hannah,
She's Amanda.
and we are.
Better with us. It is August 6th, and the history of today is in 1945, the atomic bomb was dropped on Hiroshima, killing more than 70,000 people. In 1926, Gertrude Erdl, who was 19, of New York, became the first woman to swim the English Channel, breaking the men's record by almost 2 hours, coming in at 14 hours and 31 minutes. In 1890, murderer William Kemmler was the first person to be put to death by electric chair. He was put to death in Auburn State Prison in New York. And then in 1806, the Holy Roman Empire came to its official end when Emperor Francis II of Austria put down the imperial crown. Those were today's events in history.
That's crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Also, to go down in history today, I watched season 2 of Wednesday. The first 4 episodes they put out and finished it. Wild
Was
up
it
in
good?
there.
Was it
It's
good?
wild up in there, yeah.
I would
I
say,
also watched the new Final Destination Bloodline
yeah,
bit too.
love that.
Love
Love
that.
that.
Zodiac of the day, Sagittarius. You've been bringing your A game while mobilizing Mars has been in Virgo and your 10th house of ambition and career these past 7 weeks. Hopefully, you didn't step on any toes while you were climbing the ladder because today the red planet shows up in Libra and your 11th house of teamwork, pushing you to join forces with other talented players. Between now and September 22nd, you could pursue an opportunity to contribute to the group project of your dreams. All right. Just remember that the goal now is not to shine brighter than everyone else. Help each other to shine, and you'll all win. And since this is the house of humanitarianism, because what? Now's your chance to fight for a worthy cause. Okay. Leo, with pressure cooker Mars in your fiscal second house these past 7 weeks, you've been focused on bringing in money and getting a handle on your finances. Today, it's time to shift into interactive mode as the red planet grooves into your social and cerebral third house today. Between now and September 22nd, your mind will be full of dynamic ideas you're excited to share. Channel your energy into reaching out to others, boldly pitching concepts and swapping inspiring intel. You're fired up to make connections and learn as much as you can. So grab your phone and get going. That ain't no social butterfly. I don't know what he got going on. That is not a social butterfly. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Aries. Would you like to leave the office at a decent time and not feel obligated to head straight for the gym? That can be arranged. After 7 weeks of mobilizing Mars, charging through your 6th house of work and wellness, your ruling planet is setting up shop in Libra today. Activating your relationship realm until September 22nd, this cycle calls for you to form dynamic duos. Hold up now. Whether in your personal life, your professional life, or both. If it feels urgent to seal the deal during the next month and a half, be mindful of pushing the pace. Allow an organic bond rather than external expectations to dictate the terms. I mean, they finna team up. Cause what? Okay, we'll take guests every other day.
Right.
Aquarius. It's been an intense 7 weeks for you. Water barrier. Oh, what's a water barrier?
Water barrier.
Yeah, it says it's been an intense 7 weeks for you, water barrier.
I mean, my sink is
Since
leaking.
June 17th, fiery Mars has been in your powerful, intimate eighth house, shifting your attention to private emotions, a close relationship, and possibly an all consuming passion project. Whatever you've been up to, you've given it your all. Today, the red planet sails into Libra and your ninth house of higher education, long journeys, and daring adventures, bringing you out of that rabbit hole and out into the wide world of possibilities. Between now and September 22nd, you might take off an exciting summer getaway, preferably after Mercury corrects course on August 11th, launch an entrepreneurial venture, or chase after other experiences that will push you to learn, get growing.
I like that one. I like that. I like that.
Okay.
Self-love encouragement. Your worth is not defined by what others think of you. Stop waiting for approval. Self-love is the only validation you need. This is my favorite one. It's by Stephanie Bennett Henry. Life is tough, my darling, but so are you. Stop making yourself smaller so you seem more pleasing to others.
Okay. Do you have a movie?
I do. And I like this one a lot. I just watched it not long ago. It is Companion from 2025. It's on HBO Max. Josh takes Iris, his humanoid robot girlfriend, on a late getaway, and there are a lot of twists and turns and things you are not expecting at all. It's nuts. I loved it. I would recommend literally everyone watch it. Everyone that is into that kind of movie.
I love how her name is Iris, and I watched the movie today, and her name is Iris.
Yeah, yeah. I like that.
Okay, so I guess I need to tell y'all a song of the day. Neo, Mad. I used to love that song.
Oh my God. Okay, hang on. Hang on.
All the
I
good
got
ones.
a lot of people get this one confused with his other one. So, hang on.
Really?
hmm He has another one that's like because you're mad or something like that, and it's not that. So, hang on. Or when you're mad, maybe.
Can't hear it.
Okay.
You can hear like bits and pieces, but it sounds like the one I'm talking about. I don't know
Okay.
nothing about the other one.
Yeah,
Know
it was
nothing
long.
about nothing about the other one. You ready for a joke?
I am.
Why did the witches team lose the baseball game?
Why?
Their bats flew away.
That was cute. That was a cute
That
one.
is that is hilarious. That is hilarious. I want to visit like pretty much just play. I like scenery. So like I like seeing nature. It's so pretty to me. even though I hate the color green, I think it's ugly, but I like outside it's so different. Like seeing, but I like scenery, so like really just like anywhere, even if it's just like on the way there and on the way back and stuff. Like I love just seeing nature, like just seeing all the green. Like one of my favorite is when you're going down a hill and you can just see all the top of the trees and stuff like that. Like I think
Yeah.
that's so, and they're so pretty. Like it
Oh
just
yeah.
really is. So like that's like the type I like visiting like the mountains and stuff. I like the beach too. Don't get me wrong. I do. I like the beach. I just don't love the beach. It's
Everybody
not
does.
too much sand. It's not aesthetically pleasing. Okay, very annoying because why do I feel like I have to take 500 million thousand showers to get the sand off of me? It doesn't go away. It's very annoying. Don't like it. Um, but I do like the ocean part, like sticking my little feet in the little ocean. I like that. But like anything green, like green, like that type of scene, if I
Yeah.
could just go to the mountains and be able to look out my cabin and see like a whole bunch of green, like I like a high up in the mountains, and just see a whole, that'd be so pretty,
Yeah.
so pretty.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
not necessarily like specific places, just any type of scenery like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I'm I want to go.
Oh. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely. Yeah.
What about you?
I've always had this like dream of going somewhere. So like, okay, you've seen Moana, right? This sounds is gonna sound stupid, but you've seen Moana, right? Okay, you remember the scene in whenever she's climbing up like the rocks and like she can look out and she can see the sea and she can see like the mountains on her island and everything like that. I want to go somewhere like that. I want to go somewhere where I can look at mountains and the sea and hike and all of these things all at once. That's where I want to go.
I like that. That sounds really good.
Yeah.
I like that's multi-purpose right there.
Right, exactly. See?
Yeah,
Like,
that's really cool. So what's the topic you want to talk about?
so there's two big ones and one smaller one.
Okay.
Okay. Let's start with one of the big ones first, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Do you know what cave diving is?
hmm
What are your thoughts
hmm
on it? Mm-mm.
Like cave diving, like in the water. In the
Like,
water. Have you not watched the movies? The movies that came from somewhere? No, no, absolutely not. Cancel.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. My thoughts on cave diving, like even just regular caves out on land, no water, whatever. What's wrong with you? Play your fucking video game.
Like I don't understand. I don't understand. Like I also okay. I don't understand people who purposely like go out there. Like what do you mean you want to swim with the sharkesses? What do you mean? Like
Right?
what? That makes sense to you? To purpose like it doesn't make sense to me. I watch plenty of like little clips and stuff, and like I'm just like I don't understand what's going on. The math ain't mathing to me. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. One, leave them alone because just leave them. They
Okay.
don't want to be leave them alone. Leave
Well,
them alone because they want to be left alone. And two, like, why are you putting yourself in that situation? I don't care if you know how to handle it and blah 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 blah. Nah, there's something wrong with people. Like there's just something wrong with. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't care. I can't do it. But I have this gigantic fear of them. So,
I understand. Well, see,
oh,
here's the thing.
oh,
The so I have a story about cave diving.
okay.
Not mine. It's a story. You may have heard of it. Some people have. It's kind of a more popular story. It is about the Nutty Putty Cave incident. No? Okay. Get ready for a ride.
Okay.
So, Nutty Putty Cave is located in Utah. It is known for it. It's considered a beginner cave diving experience, whatever. But the thing is it's very easy to lose your way in a cave. You could think you're going one place and you're actually going to another. It's very easy in any cave to do that. In this specific one, though, John Edward Jones went cave diving with his brother and a couple other people, but his brother and him left the group, right? He wanted to go look for this fissure in the cave called the birth canal, which I don't know about you, but I'm not going through another birth canal. I'm good, right? I'm done. I did that part of my life. I'm done. So, John was a 26-year-old med student. He was a husband and a father, and he went cave diving in Nutty Putty Cave. So, he went to go and try and find this fissure called the birth canal. He went the wrong direction, and he actually went into this other fissure called uh Ed's Push, which okay, so the birth canal isn't actually a fissure. I'm sorry. It is actually a passage, right? Like you can actually get through it to the other side. Whereas the fissure, Ed's Push, it literally dips down and there's nothing nowhere else to go. Okay. So he mistakenly came to Ed's Push thinking it's the birth canal, right? Ed's Push is 10 inches by 18 inches. He's still thinking it's the birth canal. Okay, so he is going up into it. The next thing he knows, he falls down in head first, right? He gets caught in the middle, right? So he doesn't like hit his head or anything. He doesn't get physically hurt at first, right? But the problem is he has fallen so far down in that he cannot get himself out, right? His brother pulls on him, tries to get it out, makes it worse, right? So his brother's like, all right, I gotta go and find somebody to come get you out because I cannot, right? So his brother goes and gets experienced divers, rescue workers, all of these people that he can possibly find, right? He comes back, they have wenches, they have people pulling, they have all of these different kinds of just everything trying to get him out, right? 25 hours later, he dies of cardiac arrest. Upside down. They could not get him out.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? No. No.
The body was not able to be retrieved. They could not get him out, even when he was dead. They couldn't get him out. They had to. So I don't know why they didn't do this in the first place because it was a dangerous cave to begin with. Whether it was beginner stage or not, it was still dangerous. But they decided to permanently close it and cave in the entrance so that no one else can go in because he's still there.
That's
He
so
left
sad.
behind. Oh, it's horrible. Horrible, right? And like that story was the first one that got me like interested in looking up sky
Cave
cave
diving.
diving, cave diving, and because I'm like that's fucking horrible. Like before I heard that, I didn't even know what cave diving was because I just
Really?
thought, yeah, I did. So for me, caves were always just like the like rock. rooms that you walk into and you walk back out, right?
Oh,
I never really realized there was like I knew that there were like the mazes in the ocean and stuff like that, but like it's starting early. Anyway, I knew that there were like the mazes in the ocean, right? But like I didn't realize that like there were caves like that on land until a couple years ago, maybe when I heard this story. And so I kind of looked into it a little more, never ever trying it, never ever wanting to try it, but I wanted to see what it was all about, right? Still don't know why people want to do it. Not a single clue. Just
yeah.
sounds like somebody's fucking bored to me. It's like go to an arcade.
So they got a
Yay.
death.
Yeah. It's like why? So, what are your thoughts on like cave diving on land? Is it something you would ever even attempt or
I'm good. I'm good all
no?
the way around. Can't do it.
Oh. My next story is about the girl who fell in love with her psychiatrist.
The girl who what?
Who fell in love with her psychiatrist. It is an ongoing story, actually, on TikTok.
Oh,
She is telling the
okay.
story herself.
I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued.
So I had to look it up because I was just seeing videos of people talking about it, right? Wasn't seeing
Right.
videos of her. So I went to her page and I watched almost all the videos. That's what I was doing whenever you called me. I was watching the videos. So she says she has ADHD, right? Me too.
Go
I'm
ahead.
So she says she wanted to go get back on ADHD medication. So she decided to look up the psychiatrist, right? So she went to see a psychiatrist. She told him, I want to be on a non-stimulant, blah, 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 whatever. So she says she started out by like kind of realizing she may have some kind of feelings for him within the like first visit, right? Visit two is kind of like she's seeing him once a month, right? She starts like begging him to see him once a week, which like she has a psychiatrist and a therapist. The one of those you would see once a week would be the therapist, you know? You don't see a psychiatrist once a week. So she started like begging him to see him once a week, and he's like, I can't. Like I have other people I have to see, right?
Right.
So she um she is like obsessing over him. Like in the videos, she won't admit it, but like you can see it. She is obsessing over him. She is, oh, I love him so much. Every time I think about him, I love him so much and all these other things, right? It's just very good.
Do you think it's because he put her on the medication and the medication helped her? So in her brain, she's done created this, you know,
So I will tell you what I think.
okay,
I think she became manic and was going through a psychosis episode that she still really has not come out of.
okay,
And she she found a supply to continue this psychosis. And so that's what I think happened. I'm not a doctor, I could be wrong, but that's what I think. Um,
right,
but so she is talking to her therapist about it, who she has negative things to say about the therapist. I'm going to say probably because this therapist was not she likes to act like the therapist was like falling into her story when really it seems like the therapist was like, this is odd, right? But
The
she goes on
therapist
to say,
probably trying to get down to the bottom of things like they're
yes,
supposed to,
right,
and you over here in Delulu land.
yeah. So she
This is
goes
really
on to
kind of sad
say,
when you think about it.
yeah,
Really sad.
yeah, it
But go
is
ahead.
sad. Um, but like she goes on to say that she starts telling her psychiatrist that she likes him so much, she has a crush on him, and like she says he says things like oh, you're wearing glasses today. Oh, tortoise shell are my favorite kind of glasses. Like not directly giving her a compliment, but just as an in general statement saying,
Right.
you know what I mean? So like she takes that and basically runs with it, right? Which like that right there says psychosis to me. So like she goes on to say how like the things she starts saying to her psychiatrist should have been her psychiatrist cutting her off, and he should have said this is unprofessional and whatever else.
Just about to say, why does he not like? I can't be your psychiatrist no more.
So I don't know. I know she doesn't see him anymore. I don't know why. I don't know exactly how the firing went, but I do know that he was trying to set boundaries with her throughout everything, right? I do feel like
So he
he
was
may,
trying to manage the situation and help her before
yeah,
just cutting her off, which makes sense because I mean, he's a psychiatrist, like that makes
yes,
sense. But I wonder, like, if at some point he was like, "I've done all I can do," and at
yeah.
some point it also becomes like a safety thing for him
Oh,
and
oh,
herself.
she has said his first name already. She said his nationality. Um, I I think at one point she may have said where she is, meaning people know where he is,
Right.
so people are doxing him. So she starts coming out a little more with like so I went home and talked to Henry, and he talked to me about transference. I don't know the direct definition for transference right now, but it's um Henry turns out to be her ChatGPT therapist.
For what?
Her ChatGPT therapist.
So the literal app that I used like a couple hours ago to make me a grocery list for the next like 14 days, just seeing what it would give me. What? Yeah. Yeah.
So like this woman was sick and still is sick,
Yeah,
right?
she needs help. Like genuine help.
I am kind of wondering that that wasn't even the whole story. It's just there's a lot to it, and she covers stuff up. So that's the gist of what I'll say about her. But I will say I do think I get the vibe that this psychiatrist was maybe a little um inexperienced. He may have been young at the time. He may not have known how to say, I can't see you anymore, right?
Yeah.
So he may have wanted to, but he may not have known how to, right? But now she's going all over TikTok telling everybody that he's so unprofessional. He should have let me go. All of these other things about saying all these bad things about this doctor that really it's like if you realize he should have let you go, why did you continue? Why are you putting this all on him whenever you were the one causing the tension, right? If you can look back and recognize, okay, I shouldn't have been doing this. I shouldn't be doing this. Why did you continue the behavior? To me, that's her basically saying, I didn't care. I don't care about his profession. I don't care about his license. That's what that says to me.
Is she still going to the therapist?
I think that the therapist had retired. I'm not entirely sure if she went to another one yet. I haven't gotten that far yet. I think I have like 6 or 7 videos to go. It's like a 50-part series, swear to God. And it's still going. So I'm not entirely sure if she started a new therapist. If she hasn't, I highly, highly, highly suggest she does. If she ever sees this, please go to a doctor and tell them about these delusions you are having because that is scary. Anyway, it was delusions.
Yeah, that's. I really hope she gets the help she needs.
Absolutely. Me too. That was the short story. Okay. I have one, two, three, four other topics. I'll let you choose one.
Okay.
We have body mods, Earth after humans, conspiracy theory, and cult.
Hold on. Repeat them one more time.
Body mods,
Okay.
Earth after humans,
Okay.
conspiracy theories,
Okay.
and cult.
I'll probably have to go with conspiracy theories because I keep repeating them in my head and that one keeps popping out.
All right. I just have a couple
Now,
written down.
I was going to say, don't ask me to name any conspiracy theories because I'm not just going to be able to think about them right off the rip. But
Okay.
I do believe that it's wild. So,
Do you have any that you believe by chance?
um, I don't, is the Berenstein Bear thing, is that a conspiracy or is that
That is Mandela effect.
okay?
That's it.
Maybe I'm mixing them up then. But anyway,
So like,
continue with the conspiracy theory.
okay. So I have a list of a couple of them. Okay. So I'll
Okay.
just go through them. You tell me what you think of each, okay?
Okay.
First one I have is predictive programming. Okay. It is conditioning and brainwashing tools to get public used to certain tragedies and experiences through TV shows, movies, media, things like that. Just as a couple examples, 9/11, COVID, wage wars, AI robots, etc. It's this is the kind of thing you hear would be called like fake news and AI and virtual reality, things like that.
So are you asking if I think that they get us to believe stuff through stuff like TV? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, people, especially people who ain't gonna do no research behind anything, they're very gullible. So it can be really easy to hear something or see something and be like, oh my goodness. You know what I mean? Like it really is. Unless you're like, especially if you're not gonna be like, I don't know, let me see and do some
Right,
research.
right.
But I'm gonna be honest, part of me wonders, like when we do research, if the research is telling us the truth anymore. Especially if you're doing it on the internet.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of wonder sometimes, you know what
Now,
I mean?
oh, absolutely. I completely understand because it's like you have built your own algorithm using Google, using Facebook, TikTok, all of it. You've built your own algorithm, so you're gonna see what you want to believe. It's just how the internet works. It's how it's always worked. But one thing that the article that I was reading kept bringing up was the episodes of The Simpsons that have come true. So, like, I believe there was one about maybe COVID, maybe not like COVID exactly, but like an epidemic. There was one about like flooding and things like that have happened, right? They're saying that The Simpsons played it before it happened
Yeah.
because someone knew about it going to be happening, and so they wanted to get us used to the idea of it happening.
Yeah. I can't tell you nothing about Simpsons 'cause I don't like Simpsons. So I can't tell you nothing about it. But I've always seen like stuff about the episodes and stuff happening. Like
Yes.
I've always seen stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's definitely very easy to make people believe. What I was gonna say is like, how much do you learn on TikTok? And it's like, what the like I feel like I've learned and not necessarily like serious stuff, just like stuff like with maybe like basic cooking or basic household cleaning. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you learn a lot of stuff. Hence why I feel like they keep wanting to get rid of it. You know what I mean? Like, I think they think we're learning too much. We shouldn't be able to fend for ourselves, but also don't forget to go out and bust your butt for us either, right?
Exactly.
I, but
You're
yeah,
not
I
wrong.
think, huh?
I said you're not wrong.
Yeah.
You're
Because,
absolutely
like,
right.
okay, yes, like you go to work to take care of your household, your family, but at the same time, like, if nobody went to work, aside from the fact that nobody would get paid, nothing would function. Like,
Exactly.
if, everybody stopped paying their tax. Anyway, so like there's just a lot that goes into it. Um, but yeah, I 100% believe that they get us through TV, like social media, like all types of stuff. Like it's really easy to do. Think about it. If somebody you know tells you something that they read or seen somewhere, and especially if you're not the type of person to do no research, and you're just like, "Oh my goodness, for real?" Then you're gonna tell somebody, "Hey, I heard this from somebody." You know what I mean? Like, and it's a cycle. It's a cycle. So, like, I fully believe that anybody who watches TV and stuff could be gotten on anything if they're gullible enough.
Yes. Absolutely. I also I think that it's so big in the like rage baiting uh category also because whether it's true or not, if you can piss somebody off enough, they're gonna spread it around, right?
Yep.
Like I have had friends who have gotten so upset about certain things and I go and look it up and I have to come back and I have to tell them, "Hey, that's not actually true." But they want you to be mad about one thing because then you forget about this thing. Or you don't notice the bigger thing behind the small thing. You know what I mean? It's like at least you need to be mad about the right things. You know what I mean? That's why I do a lot of research on a lot of stuff because I want to be mad about the right things. If I'm going to be mad, it better be off the right fucking things.
I'll only research if it's actually something I'm curious about or care about. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna research every single thing that somebody says because I might
Hmm.
not care about that topic. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Unless it piques my curiosity, like it's not
Yeah,
it. I Google a
absolutely.
lot of stuff. a
Yes.
lot of stuff. Google probably thinks I'm in like elementary school or something. Because
Profit.
I Google a lot. Yeah, I'm almost positive my Google thinks I'm in elementary school, and it's okay. It's okay because you know what? That means if I don't know, I'm trying to find out.
Exactly. How else are you supposed to learn but to ask? That's how you learn, and that's okay. I will never, ever, ever judge someone for asking questions. Ever. I don't care if it's a question that I've known for 10 years. I don't care. If you're asking, it's because you want to learn. That's all there is
Yep,
to it.
yep.
And I can appreciate someone wanting to
Even
learn.
if you word the question in a stupid way, because sometimes I be wording my questions real stupid, and Google be like, "What?" Like like a really, really long question, and I'm
Yes.
like, you know how like when you start Google has like the suggestions. At some point, there are no more suggestions, and I'm just going and going and going, and then I'll, do it, and
Yes.
it'll like correct me on stuff like I guess
Yes.
I said the wrong word or something, and I'm like,
Yes.
I don't think you understand what I'm asking Google because I put the word I meant. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Google thinks I'm in elementary school. That's okay. It's okay. I got a high school degree. So.
Exactly. Oh
You
well.
could think I'm in elementary school you want to. I mean, I'm the size of them, right?
Oh goodness. Okay. This next one is just kind of like a silly one. Like it's been proven false, but I just thought it was
Something
kind
to
of funny.
kind of cheer us up after the last
Yeah.
two.
Yeah. So there are these conspiracy theorists called Larrys who are people who claim Harry Styles and Louis Tomlinson, One Direction members, if you don't know who that is, are a couple. They're not. They're not. They have come out and said we are not a couple. Their families have come out and said we are not a couple. And yet people are still insisting they are a couple.
Why is it in question if they're a couple? Like, what happened to make people think that they're a couple?
Nothing. People literally were just like, yep, these two. They're, yep. People like literally just came up with it. Yeah, swear.
Do people not have jobs? They just got time on their hand. People not
Maybe.
have, don't have. That's what that's. Look, it's like some people they ain't got enough time. They so busy all the time. And then there's other people, it's like all they have is time and you need to fill that with something productive.
Yes.
I don't know, go cut the grass with some scissors or something. Like, what's going on? Let me tell you, speaking of cutting grass, after we watched Final Destination today, I looked at him, I said, you ain't cutting grass.
God.
I said, yeah, you
And
ain't doing
she,
it. She over here eating Reese's. Reese's. She's just like, yeah, she got Reese's. This is disrespectful. She got the minis.
the unwrapped one. My next conspiracy is the deep state. It is an theories that include an unidentified insider power elite who and manipulates a nation's politics and government for an entire country. It originated in the Middle Eastern and Southern African politics, and it had some backing there. Like it was truthful there. Whereas people say it here as in like they think there's one single person behind the entire government who runs like where the money goes, the laws we put in place, the people that, things like that. Now, I'm not one to say whether this is true or not. I don't know. But in my opinion, we are not nearly organized to just enough to just have one person running shit. We're just not. We're not. What are your thoughts?
I don't really have any thoughts. Like, I mean, I don't really have any thoughts
Do you think it's possible here
to have one person run.
to have one person controlling an entire nation?
I mean, it's not really one person controlling the entire nation. It's a whole thing. Like, there's a whole system.
So
They vote,
basically,
they do this, they do that.
yeah.
Like, I think
So
there's possibly too many people in the background.
So basically, what the deep state is saying is like there's one person or like a small group of people who are behind the scenes. We don't know who they are. They are running the show with just like front runners. Like they're like the people in front of them are the actors. They're behind the scenes
Mhm.
saying, like basically giving them lines, right?
Right.
That's what the deep state is saying in a kind of way. So it sounds like from what you're saying is like you don't think it's possible.
For one person or for like for there to be people in the background.
Yeah.
I think I think when you put a bunch of minds together, you come up with good ideas. You put pieces together. But sometimes there's too many minds or um at a certain point in time it's time to call it quits. And I think there could possibly be too many or time to call it quits. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? I don't think that one person should have a say so over everything. But I also feel like how many people sit on the I can't think of what it's called, and that's what's messing me up. The the thing that votes, I cannot think of it.
Like you mean like the House of Representatives, the Senate,
Yeah, that
any of
stuff.
it? Yeah.
Like, have we ever thought that maybe there's possibly too many of them? You
I
know what I
mean,
mean? Like, I don't think there should be nobody behind the scenes.
right.
I do think there should be somebody behind the scenes. I just don't know. Oh no, maybe there's too many. Maybe there's too many.
Yeah.
Because how many sits in? How many are there?
I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't even know.
I don't either.
It's a lot though. I get what you're saying. Like there's too many. I will say like in my opinion, if you can get enough people that are not corrupted by money and greed and, wanting to make more, and if you can find enough people who have others' intentions truly at heart, I think if you can find as many people like that as possible, that'd be a good thing. But I think a lot of times, whenever you have that many people, they may start out with those intentions, but eventually they become jaded and they become just like the rest. You know what I mean? So I feel like you have, I like your idea that too much of too much can be a bad thing,
Yeah.
you know? So I can definitely, I can resonate with your slim it down. Absolutely. Yes. So yeah. That's the deep state, right?
That's
Next,
pretty much it. I don't think
yeah,
one person can do it, and I don't think too many people can do it. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. I don't think one person can do it, and I don't think too many people can do it. There's like a
we
balance.
need a median. We need a median number. Yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that. I can definitely see how that would be a the logical option, you know, rather than having 1,000 people running around being jackasses. You know what I
Like
mean? Like,
for example, when you go to work, you have your supervisor, and you have managers, you have other supervisors, and it gets confusing when you have the managers telling you to do things one way, your supervisor saying to do another thing, and then you have all the other supervisors telling you to do another thing. And it's like, obviously, you're not going to listen to the other supervisors because they're not your boss. You're going to listen to your supervisor and your managers.
yeah,
And you're like, okay, well, the managers are above the supervisors, so we got to listen to the managers. You know what I mean? Like it gets confusing when there's so many
yeah.
people telling
It's
you, even though it's like, listen to the managers because they're above the supervisors, but at the same time, it's kind of like, not everything they said,
yeah.
makes
And
sense. Sometimes it
also,
complicates it more
yeah.
when they put their opinion in.
Yeah. And like I feel like that can cause a lot of confusion also because like if you with your scenario, you are probably working mo like face to face with one of them more, right? So if you don't
Yeah.
do what they say, it's going to cause you hurt in the long run, right?
Hmm.
Where as opposed to if you listen to them and not the higher one that you don't see every day, you know what I mean? If they may not realize so much of a difference. You know what I'm saying? That might have come out stupid, but you know what I mean. But my next conspiracy theory.
Okay.
So this one is it's like an umbrella term for a couple different things, but it's called sustainable development, okay? I have two um action plans that are under it. There is Agenda 21 and the Great Reset. Um it's a theory that these action plans actually want to decrease the world's population, create things like the 15-minute cities and control certain groups in a country. So, like, Agenda 21 is from the UK. It's basically, it says that they want to create a sustainable way of living so that, we can bring down pollution, we can bring down all these other things. But people are saying that if you read between the lines, it's saying this is how we're going to decrease the world population. I'm not in the UK. I don't know. I'm also not good at reading like government documents. So the Great Reset is basically saying tear everything down, start new. Right? So like I can understand why people would be wary of that one. But it's framing it around sustainable development, right? That one is a little scary, I won't lie. What do you think?
Um, con- what do they mean controlling the population? Like in my head, that's like make all the women go on birth control and never have babies and kill people off. You know what I mean?
So no, I I mean, really, yeah, it can, but it can go from one extreme to the other, though. It can go from no one have babies to everyone have babies, to take out the older people to the older people are the only ones that live. But then there's like the middle ground where it's like, okay, let's sustainably keep our population up. But what I've seen from researching this one is people are saying that they want to decrease the world's population. So it would be no one have babies, basically, or like take out the old people.
I think all this is insane.
It
Um,
is. It is.
I don't
I will say,
understand.
like, I will say, I'm sure in some countries there are things like the one child rule in China that there used to be. Yeah, I'm sure that that is happening in some places. But I can also tell you that there are a lot of countries where this is not happening. It's like for Agenda 21 in the UK, I'm going to say that they are forward thinking enough to say, no, we just want to move to a more sustainable development so that we don't die off as a human race.
Yeah. Maybe it's a positive thing.
That's what I think they're trying to go about it in a positive way. There's probably people that just disagree with it, which is whatever. So I have two more. I'll let you choose which one. There is artificial diseases and false history.
Artificial diseases.
Okay, so artificial diseases, it's the theory that alleges that big pharma creates diseases to make more money. So from what I was reading, is this specific conspiracy theory focuses a lot on um, when HIV was first starting, right? When HIV was first becoming like scary, big, bad, right? Like, don't get me wrong, it's always been big, bad, but like that's whenever this theory started. It was basically they had proof that the Russian police or something like that um, planted evidence that HIV was coming from monkeys, right? So it was targeted towards like certain divisions of people that had HIV, and it kind of grew from there to now becoming like they're saying that big pharma has created more cancers, has created more mental instability, has created, like just so many more diseases because they want money. Don't get me wrong. Big pharma is a greedy motherfucker. All right. And I think that they don't do their part in helping, right? I don't think that they're helping as much as they possibly could. But I don't think they are directly creating diseases to make money. I think they are just not like curing them to make money. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think I think the diseases have been there and it just took them a while to figure out what was going on.
Yeah. Yeah. It's it to me, whenever I was reading it, kind of clicked in my brain that like, you know how there are people who say like, "Oh, 40 years ago you never saw autism. Now it's everywhere." It's kind of like, no, people had
Trying to
autism.
discover what it was.
Yeah, exactly. Like people had it, you just called them fucking weird. Like grandpa has a huge train collection for a fucking reason. Okay. Or, grandma has that plate set on the fucking wall like no, that's not everybody has that. It's a fixation. Autism.
Right.
Like it's always been there. We just know about it more. That's why I don't think they're creating diseases. I think they may not be doing as much as they could to cure them. Not autism specifically, but like cancers and, like autoimmune diseases and things like that. They're not doing everything they can to cure them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think some stuff though is just like, and I guess because we've progressed so much with technology and all this stuff, like you would think they can cure it. They can figure out a way, but sometimes maybe with some things there just genuinely isn't a way yet.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I think stuff has been there and they just started like discovering what it was and how it functioned and all that stuff,
Yeah,
like I don't.
exactly. Well, I mean, if you think about it, we have some of the most brilliant fucking people there have ever been alive right now, right?
Yeah.
So it makes sense that we're learning more about these things than we knew 50 years ago, right?
Right.
It's just it makes sense. It may not be curable at this exact moment because we're still learning. Like I I
Yep.
I will say though that like I do wonder if there are diseases that they can cure or are choosing not to cure for many reasons. I'm not trying to allege anything. It's just my thought, you know? It's kind of
Yeah,
like,
curiosity.
yeah, like I'm just wondering, you know,
Yeah.
not to seem crazy or nothing, but so
Not
yeah,
to start anything and get us canceled.
you're right. I don't worry, everybody. I'm just a normal person. Okay, normal person. Okay, so those are my conspiracy theories. I have. I'm Hannah.
And I'm Amanda, and we are,
Better with us. You can't pour from an empty cup.
so refill it every day.